Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel X Coin Secrets Coin Collectors and History Lovers. Today's video is all about the top 6 Jefferson Nickel 5-cent coins that every collector should know about at first glance. Jefferson nickels may look like ordinary pocket change, but don't be fooled, some of these 5-cent coins carry hidden value, interesting history, rare mint marks, and strong demand in today's coin market. In this video, we'll explore 6 special Jefferson nickels, looking closely at their year, mint mark, condition, circulation history, and current market value in dollars. Whether you're a beginner collector or an experienced numismatist, this list might surprise you, so grab your coin collection, check your pocket change, and stay with us till the end, because one of these Jefferson nickels could be worth far more than just 5 cents. Let's get started with our top 6 Jefferson Nickel 5-cent coins. Top 1, the Jefferson Nickel, specifically the 1998 D mint mark, in extra fine condition, with some light scratching and circulation wear. This small coin holds more than just 5 cents. It carries history, rarity, and even market value that could surprise you. Cut to slow pan of the coin front obverse and back reverse. First, let's talk about the design. The Jefferson nickel has been a staple of U.S. coinage since 1938. On the obverse, we see the portrait of Thomas Jefferson, the 3rd President of the United States and author of the Declaration of Independence. The 1998 version, minted in Denver, proudly carries the D mint mark right here on the front. Near the date, the D mint mark tells us this coin was struck at the Denver Mint, which is known for producing millions of coins every year. But despite its common origin, the 1998 D nickel has become collectible for certain reasons. Transition to coin history graphics. The Jefferson Nickel series itself has a rich history. Originally designed by Felix Schlag, this coin replaced the Buffalo nickel in 1938. Over the decades, the design has seen minor updates, but Jefferson's portrait remains a constant reminder of America's founding principles. Close-up of coin showing scratches and circulation wear. Now, our example today is in extra fine condition. That means it shows moderate wear from circulation, but still retains most of its original details, like Jefferson's hair, the inscriptions, and the rim. You might notice some scratches, minor, but they do affect grading slightly. Still, collectors value circulated coins like this because they tell a story of use and history. Cut to graphics showing U.S. nickel production in 1998. In 1998, the Denver Mint produced over 122 million Jefferson nickels, making it a moderately common coin in circulation. However, coins in extra fine condition with minimal damage are harder to find than the worn, everyday examples you might pull from your pocket change slide showing coin values over time. So what's the value today? A 1998 D Jefferson nickel in circulated, extra fine condition typically ranges from 50 cents to $1 and 50 cents on the collector's market. Coins in near-perfect uncirculated condition can go higher. While that might not seem huge, it's important to remember that coins like these are becoming increasingly popular among beginner collectors and those completing Jefferson Nickel series sets. Cut to coin grading comparison. Fine, extra fine, uncirculated. When evaluating your own coins, look closely at the details: Jefferson's cheek, hairlines, and the rim lettering. Scratches and wear affect grading, but extra fine coins still maintain most of the beauty and detail that make them collectible. Even though the 1998 D Jefferson nickel isn't the rarest in the series, it's a perfect example of mid-late 20th century U.S. coinage, a small yet important piece of American history. For collectors looking to complete a set from the 1990s or explore circulated coins with character, this coin is a must-see. Remember, every coin tells a story. From its design to its circulation, scratches, and even the mint mark, your Jefferson nickel isn't just 5 cents. It's a tiny piece of history. Top 2, the Jefferson Nickel 1991, with AP mint mark on the front. in extra fine condition with light scratches and circulation wear. While it's just a 5-cent coin, it carries history, character, and yes, collector value that might surprise you. Cut to slow pan of the coin, showing the obverse front and reverse back. Let's start with the design. The Jefferson nickel has been part of American coinage since 1938. On the obverse, you'll see the iconic portrait of Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States and author of the Declaration of Independence. The 1991 version features the P mint mark right here, on the front near the date, indicating it was minted at the Philadelphia Mint close-up, highlighting the P mint mark. Philadelphia coins are interesting because in many years they didn't carry a mint mark, but starting in 1980, the P mark became standard. This small detail makes a difference to collectors, especially for circulated coins that are still in extra fine condition. Transition to graphics showing Jefferson and coin history. The Jefferson nickel was designed by Felix Schlag, replacing the Buffalo nickel in 1938. Its reverse showcases Monticello, Jefferson's famous Virginia estate, and it has remained mostly unchanged for decades. The nickel serves not just as currency, but as a snapshot of U.S. history, bridging the past with modern collecting. Cut to close-up showing scratches and circulation wear. Now, our coin today is in extra fine condition, meaning it shows light wear from circulation but still retains the key details. Jefferson's facial features, hairlines, and the inscriptions are all clear. You'll notice some scratches on the surface, which are common in coins that have passed through many pockets and hands. Despite this, it's a collectible coin for enthusiasts who value circulated examples with character slides showing mintage statistics for 1991 P. Jefferson nickel. In 1991, the Philadelphia Mint produced over 282 million Jefferson nickels. That's a huge number, which makes this coin relatively common in general circulation. But here's the catch. Finding one in extra fine condition with minimal scratches and a clear P mint mark is not as easy as grabbing one from your change jar. Coins like this stand out for collectors completing their 1990s series or looking for high-quality circulated examples. Graphics showing grading scale: fine, very fine, extra fine, uncirculated. When grading coins, extra fine coins like this are highly desirable for circulated sets. You can see most of the design details, though minor scratches, rim nicks, or slight wear may exist. Compared to fine or very fine coins, extra fine examples retain much more visual appeal and collector interest. Slide showing market value trends over time. So what about value? A 1991 P. Jefferson nickel in extra fine condition generally sells for around 50 cents to $2 in today's collector's market. While it's not a coin that will make you rich overnight, its value comes from completing sets and its collectible quality as a circulated coin in excellent condition. Coins in uncirculated or proof condition can fetch higher prices. Cut to coins spinning slowly under light. Coins like this also have historical significance. They represent everyday money from the early 1990s, the kind of change you might have used to buy a soda, a candy bar, or a newspaper. Holding a coin like this gives a tangible connection to that era. Closing scene: hand placing the coin into a collector's album. Every coin tells a story, from its design to the scratches from circulation. The 1991 P. Jefferson nickel may seem ordinary at first glance, but it's a small, fascinating piece of American history. For collectors looking to complete Jefferson nickel sets, or simply appreciate mid-90s coins, this coin is a perfect addition. Top 3: the Jefferson nickel 1987, with AD mint mark on the front, in extra fine condition with some scratching and light circulation wear. While it may seem like a simple 5-cent coin, it holds history, character, and collector value that might surprise you. Cut to slow pan of the coin, showing the obverse front and reverse back. Let's start with the design. The Jefferson nickel has been a part of American coinage since 1938. On the obverse, we see the iconic portrait of Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States and author of the Declaration of Independence. This 1987 version features the D mint mark, indicating it was minted at the Denver Mint. You can see the mint mark just in front of Jefferson's bust near the date close-up, highlighting the D mint mark. The Denver Mint has been producing coins for over a century, and the D mint mark tells collectors exactly where this coin came from. For circulated coins, a clear mint mark is a key factor in determining its desirability and value. Transition to graphics showing Jefferson and coin history now. Let's talk history. The Jefferson nickel was designed by Felix Schlag in 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel. Its reverse shows Monticello, Jefferson's Virginia estate, a design that has endured for decades. Over the years, small changes have occurred, but Jefferson's portrait has remained a consistent feature, connecting us to U.S. history. Every time we use this coin cut to close-up showing scratches and circulation, where our coin today is in extra fine condition, which means it has light wear from circulation, but most details, Jefferson's hair, cheek, and the inscriptions, are still crisp. Some scratches are present, which is common for circulated coins, but they do not heavily affect its collectible quality. In fact, these minor imperfections tell a story of a coin that has lived in wallets and pockets for decades. Slide showing mintage numbers for 1987 D Jefferson nickel in 1987. The Denver Mint produced over 221 million Jefferson nickels, making this a moderately common coin. However, finding one in extra fine condition with visible details and a clear D mint mark is far less common. That's what makes this coin attractive to collectors. A circulated piece that still holds strong visual appeal. Graphic showing coin grading. Fine, very fine, extra fine, uncirculated grading is important for collectors. Extra fine coins like this are prized because they show most of the design's detail while still reflecting real-world circulation. Coins with heavier wear, scratches, or damaged rims fall into the lower grades and are less desirable. Slide showing market value trends. So, what about the market value? A 1987 D Jefferson nickel in extra fine circulated condition typically sells for around 50 cents to $2 in the current coin market. Coins in uncirculated condition or proof sets can go higher. While this may not seem like a fortune, it's valuable for completing Jefferson nickel collections, especially for collectors focusing on the 1980s, cut to coins spinning slowly under light. Even though this coin was everyday money in 1987, holding it today connects us to a past era, a time when the nickel in your pocket bought candy, soda, or small everyday items. Its wear and scratches are a testament to its journey through countless hands over the decades. Closing scene. Hand placing the coin into a collector's album. Every coin tells a story, and the 1987 D Jefferson nickel is no exception. From its minting at the Denver Mint to its circulation and the minor scratches it now shows, this coin is a small but meaningful piece of American history. For collectors looking to complete Jefferson nickel sets or explore 1980s coinage, this coin is a must-have. Top for the Jefferson nickel 1983, with AP mint mark on the front, in extra fine condition, with light scratches from circulation. While it's only worth 5 cents in face value, this coin tells a fascinating story, holds collectible charm, and even carries some market value for coin enthusiasts. Cut to slow pan of the coin, showing the obverse front and reverse back. Let's start with the design. The Jefferson nickel has been a part of U.S. coinage since 1938. On the obverse, you can see the iconic portrait of Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States and author of the Declaration of Independence. The P mint mark is located on the front, near the date, showing that this coin was minted at the Philadelphia Mint. Close-up, highlighting the P mint mark. Philadelphia minted nickels with AP mint mark became standard in the 1980s, making this coin easy to identify for collectors. Even with scratches from circulation, a clear P mint mark increases the coin's appeal because it confirms its origin and authenticity. Transition to graphics showing Jefferson and coin history. The Jefferson nickel was designed by Felix Schlag in 1938. Replacing the Buffalo nickel, its reverse features Monticello, Jefferson's historic Virginia estate, a design that has remained mostly unchanged for decades. Holding a coin like this is like holding a piece of history, a tiny everyday artifact from American life, cut to close-up showing scratches, and where on the coin. Our coin today is in extra fine condition, meaning it has light wear from circulation but retains most of its details. Jefferson's facial features, hair, and the inscriptions are still visible. The scratches are minor, but they give the coin character, each mark telling the story of the coin's journey through decades of everyday use. Slide showing mintage numbers for 1983 P. Jefferson nickel. In 1983, the Philadelphia Mint produced over 343 million Jefferson nickels, making this a common coin in circulation. However, finding one in extra fine condition with a clear P mint mark is more rare than you might think. Coins like this are highly sought after by collectors who are building complete Jefferson nickel sets or looking for quality circulated examples from the 1980s. Graphic showing coin grading scale. Fine, very fine, extra fine, uncirculated grading coins is an essential skill for collectors. Extra fine coins are prized because they retain almost all of the coin's original design details while showing signs of real-world use. Coins with heavier wear or damage fall into lower grades and are less valuable to collectors. Slide showing market value trends for 1983 P. Jefferson nickel. So what about the value? A 1983 P. Jefferson nickel in extra fine circulated condition generally sells for around 50 cents to $2 on the current collector's market. While it's not a coin that will make you rich, its value comes from its collectability and its role in completing a Jefferson nickel collection. Coins in uncirculated or proof condition can fetch higher prices, sometimes several dollars, depending on the market. Cut to coins spinning slowly under soft light, even though this coin was everyday money in 1983. Holding it today connects us to the past. It reminds us of an era before smartphones and digital payments, when coins like this were part of daily life, buying candy, soda, or small items. Its scratches and circulation wear are a testament to its journey through time. Closing scene. Hand placing the coin into a collector's album. Every coin has a story, and the 1983 P. Jefferson nickel is no exception. From its minting in Philadelphia to its life in circulation, this small coin is a piece of history you can hold in your hand. For collectors looking to complete sets or explore quality circulated coins from the 1980s, this nickel is a must-have addition. Top 5. The 1964 Jefferson nickel, with a D mint mark on the back, in extra fine condition, showing some scratches from circulation. While this coin was just 5 cents in 1964, today it holds history, collectible charm, and even market value that will interest collectors. Cut to slow pan of the coin, showing both obverse front and reverse back. Let's start with the design. The Jefferson nickel, first introduced in 1938, features the portrait of Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States and author of the Declaration of Independence, on the obverse. The reverse showcases Monticello, Jefferson's Virginia estate. What makes this particular 1964 coin interesting is the D mint mark on the back, indicating it was minted at the Denver Mint. Close-up, highlighting the D mint mark on the reverse in 1964. The Denver Mint produced millions of Jefferson nickels, but finding one with a clear D mint mark in extra fine condition is not as easy. Many coins from this era show heavy circulation, scratches, and wear. So this coin is a perfect example for collectors who value circulated coins with preserved details. Transition to historical context graphics, Now, let's talk history. 1964 was a significant year in U.S. coinage. This was the final year before the Coinage Act of 1965 removed silver from dimes and quarters due to rising silver prices. While nickels weren't affected by silver content, the 1960s coins as a whole mark a turning point in American minting. The Jefferson nickel design, created by Felix Schlag in 1938, had been a stable presence in U.S. currency for over 25 years. By this point, cut to close-up showing scratches and circulation, where our 1964D Jefferson nickel is in extra fine condition, meaning it shows light wear from circulation but retains most of the original details. Jefferson's facial features, hair, and the inscriptions on Monticello are all visible. You'll notice some scratches, minor, but they add character and tell the story of this coin's journey through wallets, cash registers, and countless transactions over nearly 6 decades. Slide, showing mintage statistics for 1964D Jefferson nickel. In 1964, the Denver Mint produced approximately 121 million Jefferson nickels. While this makes it common in general circulation, coins in extra fine condition with minimal scratches and a visible D mint mark are harder to find. That's what gives this coin collector appeal. A mid-20th century nickel with strong detail despite decades of use. Graphic showing coin grading scale. Fine, very fine, extra fine. Uncirculated. When grading coins, extra fine coins are highly valued by collectors. They show most of the coin's original design while reflecting real-world wear. Coins that are heavily worn fall into lower grades, reducing their collector value. So even a circulated 1964 nickel in extra fine condition is worth paying attention to. Slide showing market value trends for 1964D Jefferson nickel. So, what about its value today? A 1964D Jefferson nickel in extra fine condition typically sells for $1 to $3 in the collector's market. While it's not a coin that will make you wealthy, it's highly desirable for collectors completing Jefferson nickel sets from the 1960s. Coins in uncirculated or proof condition can fetch higher prices, sometimes up to $10 or more, depending on the market cut, to coins spinning slowly under light. Even though this nickel was everyday money in 1964, holding it today connects us to history. The wear, scratches, and circulation marks tell the story of a coin that was used by ordinary Americans for decades. A tangible connection to the past. Closing scene. Hand placing the coin into a collector's album. Narrator: every coin tells a story, and the 1964D Jefferson nickel is no exception. From its minting at the Denver Mint to its decades of circulation, this small coin is a piece of American history in your hand. For collectors completing Jefferson nickel series or exploring mid-20th century coinage, this nickel is an excellent addition to any collection. Top 6. The 1969 Jefferson nickel, featuring the D mint mark on the front, in extra fine condition. With visible scratches from circulation, this may look like an ordinary 5-cent coin, but it carries history, collector interest, and real market value in today's coin world. Design and mint mark details. Slow pan across the front and back of the coin. The Jefferson nickel has been part of U.S. coinage since 1938. On the obverse, or front, we see the portrait of Thomas Jefferson, the third president of the United States and a key figure in American history. Just near the date, you'll notice the D mint mark, which tells us this coin was struck at the Denver Mint. Zoom on D mint mark. The Denver Mint is well known for producing large quantities of circulating coins, but coins like this one, preserved in extra fine condition after decades of use, are not as common as you might think. Historical background. Transition to historical graphics or old photos of the 1960s. The year 1969 was an important period in American history. The country was experiencing major social, political, and economic changes in terms of coinage. This was just a few years after the Coinage Act of 1965, which removed silver from most circulating coins. While nickels never contained silver, coins from the late 1960s represent a new era of U.S. minting. The Jefferson nickel design, created by Felix Schlag, remained a symbol of stability during a time of change. The reverse features Monticello, Jefferson's historic Virginia home, a design that had already stood the test of time by 1969 condition, and where analysis close-up showing scratches and surface details. This particular 1969 Jefferson nickel is in extra fine circulated condition. That means the coin shows light wear, but most of the important details are still sharp. Jefferson's hair, facial features, and the lettering are clearly visible. You'll notice some scratches, which are common for coins that spent years in everyday circulation. These scratches don't destroy the coin's value. Instead, they tell a story of real use, real transactions, and real history. Mintage and rarity. 1969 Jefferson nickel mintage. In 1969, the Denver Mint produced approximately 202 million Jefferson nickels. That makes it a common date overall. However, most of these coins were heavily circulated. Finding one today in extra fine condition with a clear D mint mark is much more difficult, which is why collectors still seek them out. Today's market value graphic showing value ranges. So, what is this coin worth today? A 1969 Jefferson nickel in extra fine circulated condition typically sells for around $1 to $3 in the current collector's market. Coins with fewer scratches, stronger details, or uncirculated condition can sell for even more. While it may not be a jackpot coin, its value comes from its age, condition, and its place in U.S. coin history. For collectors building a complete Jefferson nickel set, this coin is an important piece. Why collect this coin slowly spinning under light? Coins like the 1969 Jefferson nickel remind us that even everyday money can become collectible over time. This 5-cent coin once bought small items in the late 1960s, and today it serves as a tangible connection to the past. Closing scene hand, placing the coin into a coin album. Every coin has a story, and the 1969 Jefferson nickel is no exception. From its minting at the Denver Mint to decades of circulation and survival in extra fine condition, this coin proves that small change can hold big history. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more rare coin stories, values, and collector tips. Thanks for watching, and keep checking your change. You never know what history you might be holding.